Well, we are we're about 6 months into our RVing experience, and this is our second time getting stuck. This time we've made it to our destination, so we're just gonna go ahead and let the rig lie as it is and wait for the snow to melt and be here for a week. And meanwhile, there's a state park not far from here on Lake Mille Lacs. So let's go ahead and get in the truck since that's not stuck and we'll head on up. Let's go.
So I'm turning into a rock star hiker, a backpack, a walker, and everything. I'm getting around Father Hennepin pretty good. So, hey, anyway, behind me is Lake Mille Lacs. Believe it or not, this lake gets filled with ice fishermen, like cities, hundreds and thousands of ice houses, maybe not thousands. Well, there could be, but it's pretty incredible. It's like a city out there. And there's a lot of fish species in here. Walleye, smallmouth bass, crappie, sunny, a lot of panfish. And right now, I'm searching for the albino. There's albino deer. And so I'm actually searching for them right now. If I see one, I'll let you know. So people have been long attracted to Mille Lacs Lake for thousands of years. They found pottery pieces dating back 9,000 years ago. That's amazing. So when Father Hennepin stayed here, he stayed in what was called a Dakota village, which is today known as Mille Lacs State Park, which we're not here, but we will have that in a future episode, so stay tuned for that. They knew Lake Mille Lacs as, I think, Mead Wakan, which means lake of the body of water, and Wakan meaning spirit or sacred. So logging in this state, well, before the state park obviously was here, but logging came about in 1894, and it was primarily white pine. Then, believe it or not, early steamboats on Lake Mille Lacs were used to haul the logs out, apparently, or they floated them down to sawmills down the Mississippi, which I think is pretty interesting. So Father Hennepin State Park has 320 acres, 3 campsites, 6 group campsites, 4 miles of hiking, and 2 miles of cross-country skiing. There's a lot of activities that can be done here, from swimming, there's a beach, there's a boat launch, and again, camping. I didn't see too much for RVs. I mean, you could, I suppose, but not to the scope that, it'd be hard for anything over 30 feet for sure, it would seem to me. In the truck. So here we go. I can actually keep up with Chrissy, even though she's like a speedster. Not only walking trails, but even on paved roads. She's quite the speedster.
Oh, I don't know about that.
Yeah, sure is beautiful here, all kidding aside.
Yeah, even in the April chill,
yeah.
It is a nice park, and you can appreciate so much about it.
Right.
So I'm glad that we came.
Yeah, and I do like these
Want to show people.
walking trails. I like that they're paved. So
Well, this pavement goes all the way over to the campground.
correct.
You know, you get a nice walk on your way to the beach, pack a lunch, spend the day.
And this F-22 does pretty well. It gets around.
Yep, it does.
I am out of shape. I don't think I've done this before. How long do I have in a long time? Wow.
Well, with that, any final words before we leave Father Hennepin?
It's a beautiful park. I'm looking forward to coming here in the summer. Not so much in the fall and winter. Well, fall is actually pretty nice, but not so much in the early spring or winter. I'm looking forward to coming back here in the summer, though. What about you?
Yeah, I really enjoy this park. We've been here a number of times for a handful of different reasons. Camping's always been excellent. The lake is wonderful. There's a lot of amenities, and it's just a simple park, but it's just a really great gathering place. So we've been here a few times with groups. It's been awesome.
It's beautiful too.
Yeah.
I love it.
And we love the town of Isle because they do have some fun festivals and events going on. It's a cute little town, and there's another close by town called Waukon that's also got some fun shops. So
We'll have to do that this summer.
yeah, even on a rainy day, there's something to do.
Yeah. All right.
All right, what's coming up next then?
Well, we're going to talk about when I get back to the RV, I'm going to dive right into what warranty work needs to be done. So watch through this episode if you want to see that. And also, if you like what you've seen here, this is going to be going on our state park episodes, or playlist rather. If you like what you see, please subscribe. So that way we know what you like and we can get more content to you. All right. Thank you.
You ready?
Yep.
Okay. So one issue we found right away with our Brinkley was the main door steps. And the biggest issue is when you push it all the way up here, this pin doesn't meet up. Well, it's holding it now because the Brinkley is like not center. So, issue number 2 was the back door that we have. This is the door that goes into the garage, and we have trouble. It's latched.
It latched. Another issue we've had. This happened fairly recently. But we noticed up here, the caulking started to come loose. You can see it's peeling off right above my hand. And the other thing we noticed, that this board became loose. So we called Brinkley, and they say typically what this is these boards are installed extremely tight. So the backing is just incredibly tight. So during travel, these can come loose. And of course, then the caulking will come apart, and this will delaminate from the structure, not the structure necessarily, but what's behind the board it delaminates from. We also noticed that I don't know if you can see it in the film, but the sealant that meets up with the corner of the wall and the cabinets is kind of pulling away as well. And again, that would have to do with the backing here. Another issue we had is plumbing, not necessarily plumbing, but water management, in the sense that we have very little when we're not connected to city water. Our water pump is started to give out, so it's comes down at a trickle. We've cleaned out the water pump. We did find some new construction debris in the screen of the water pump. The screen is before the diaphragm, so we cleaned that out, hoping that would resolve the issues, but unfortunately that was not the case, and sounds like from what we're hearing that it is premature. Water pump has failed prematurely, so we'll be getting that taken care of.
All right, one other item to be addressed during the warranty repairs is this cute little wall sconce next to the bed. Now, the issue here is we noticed it would fall a lot during travel. It didn't really stay. So I would take it down and I would re-thread it, and it would stay, but then it would keep falling. And this last go around during a travel day, we ended up pulling it down and taking it apart to re-thread it, and now the wires kind of snapped. So I don't know what was wrong with it. There's something faulty with the mechanism or the screw or whatever in here. So there was that.
Had some incredible friends allow us to stay. We thank them, but we have to move on. And believe it or not, we're heading to a Love's for 3 nights. We'll see how that goes. It's going to be just outside of St. Cloud, Minnesota.
Well, we made it to Love's. It's time to, believe it or not, get ready for bed, and that includes Bear. So Bear's gonna brush his teeth, and so are we, and we're heading to bed.
Brush your teeth, buddy. Ah, good job. Bear loves bubblegum. So, we used to get the kind of toothpaste that you would get at like Petco or PetSmart. And they had the chicken flavor and the beef flavor, and he did okay. But he really loves this bubblegum. So he'll let me just brush him out all over his teeth and just sit there. His back teeth really good.
Does Bear like having clean teeth?
Bear loves having clean teeth. And you know what? He is a little over a year old. I try to brush his teeth every day, sometimes twice a day if I can. But his teeth are pearly white still. And he has no breath smell. He's got virtually no smell. There's no bad breath. And I do brush his tongue though. Brush the tongue. There we go. Good boy. Oh, there you go. You're such a good boy. Now let's get a little over here because I didn't do such a good job. There you go. There you go. Good boy. Good boy. Okay. All done.
You have to rinse.
Yeah, oh yeah. I almost forgot. Bear, come here, bud. Here you go. Let's rinse your teeth out. There, oh yeah. There you go. All done. There you go. Good job, buddy. Thank you. Now your breath smells good and bubble gummy. I don't know if that's words.
It can be.
Hey everybody, thanks for hanging out with us on this episode. Hey, this next episode you're not going to want to miss. This is going to be one of our interviews that we're going to be doing. It's our second interview, so you'll see this on our interview playlists. And this one's a special one. This one is an interview with the Grand Master of Minnesota Freemasons. So if you're interested in Freemasonry, or you've got questions about Freemasons, or you are a Freemason, you're not going to want to miss this interview. So hit subscribe so you can get alerts to this video, and we will see you sometime next week. Again, thank you for watching, and hit subscribe.